Reality at Dawn, Chapter 6, Faith, Part C. Some people take a very erroneous view of faith. They believe that faith alone is enough to solve their problem of life, no matter what path they have adopted or the guide that they have submitted to might be. Nothing probably can be more misleading than this absurd belief. It is it ever possible for a man to reach Kolkata by taking up just the opposite direction? Can a man ever become a selfless saint by submitting himself to the guidance of a self seeking impostor? Can a man ever free himself from the bonds of attachment, prejudice, and pride by following a self conceited hypocrite inspired with the feeling of attachment to worldly objects and of self aggrandizement? We must never be led away by the mere outward glittering aspect of a thing, but we should go deep into it to discover reality at the bottom. Inducement based on an outward show of knowledge, eloquence, or power promotes blind faith, which in most cases leads to disastrous results. A conscientious man will never allow himself to be led away blindly into delusion by such false impositions which have no real significance in the spiritual field. Blind faith is no doubt greatly advantageous only when the path you have adopted is by accident the right one and the guide you have selected is really the proper person of highest caliber, who is devoid of all feelings of attachment and pride. Your unshakable faith in such a master shall then lead you to the farthest limit of spiritual attainment, for you shall then associate yourself with reality. Faith, in the true sense, is a lively link connecting the mortal with the immortal. It is no doubt effected through the medium of the Master, who is himself connected with the immortal. The link, when once connected, cannot be broken under any condition and subsists all along during the course of our march up to the final point. It is one of the six sampattis of the third sadhana of yoga. At this stage, faith is real and genuine and is so firmly established that a man cannot even for a moment get away from it. The reasons for this are, however, beyond his understanding. Before this stage, faith is really artificial and is formed, lost, or regained many a time for a variety of reasons. A worthy master shall never rely upon it, and shall put up with all the emotional outbursts of love and devotion of a disciple, looking forward patiently to the time when he comes up to the final stage of Shraddha as depicted in the four sadhanas of yoga, when the real faith begins to assume the form of self surrender. True faith is really an unspeakable virtue which is beyond the scope of religion. It is the dauntless courage which leads us on to success. It is that ubiquitous force which makes our path smooth. It is, in fact, the only thing that solves our problem of life. Thank you. In next video, we will read Chapter 7 Constant Remembrance.